Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a lovely day. Hello, Slime Puddle. There's certain proportions that I need to maintain if I'm gonna make this look right. Because Raikyo is hitting 7,500 in short order, I need to draw something. I'm having hundreds of hours? Hell yeah, thousands at this point. But thank you, Aniv, you're awesome. How goes the northern weather? It was bullshit earlier. I really should probably check and make sure it's not too bullshit. It was really dark out, but it wasn't raining. Oh, it's snowing. It has moved from not looking like it was gonna rain but not raining to snowing the ittiest bittiest flavor of snowflake. But regardless, Raikyo's been taunting me by counting down each day by giving me 1 bit a day, because he's what, 7 days from hitting the... If he keeps doing that, he's 7 days away from hitting 75k, because, oh my god. The snow! Yes, many flamethrowers. anyone who hits that number. Previously, I just put the goddamn chicken head on that number and called it a day. But then Raikugo went and got the chicken head, and I was like, well, I mean, who the fuck wanted the chicken head? I never figured anybody would want it. I just had it on the bits thing because, I mean, you know, who the fuck's gonna want a freaking chicken head? And it is very Pac-Man-ish, but it's gonna get shrunk down and have customized details put on. I just need to get the actual, like, full expression correct, because the proportions of it are just somehow so classic to my brain that I've wanted to do this, and then I was like, where the hell is this emote from? And then I realized it's a Twitch emote! It's a Twitch emote that I just really, really like. I'm already changing it a little bit as I'm going along, but yeah. So this is my new theory for Warcraft. Because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, oh my god, that could totally be it. But of all the races that are on Azeroth, and we just look at all of them, lots and lots of different races, and we exclude anybody who came from Draenor or outer space, and we exclude any that the Titans created, so the humans and dwarves and gnomes, and we ignore the elves, just for now. What do we have left? Oh, we have animal critters. Animal plus vaguely humanoid animal critters. Furries. Flavored variants of intelligent version of dumber animal. I have somehow... Oh, that's what it is. It's orange oil. My cousin bought tangerines and I ate one and it must have sprayed my glasses. I'm like, why are my glasses something rough on them. Because I can feel it catching on the cloth. So we know the Titans are one. We know that we're ignoring the elves for now. So the Titans are one origin. We have people from other planets as another origin. We have animal people, and then we have elves, which includes trolls and probably goblins. But as I was looking at the Haranir, the dark trolls that are halfway between a troll and an elf, right? Because we know that the trolls came from the elves, la la la. I was thinking, you know, their tusks look like the, we have spider people, they got the spider mandibles, that's the word I'm looking for. So they got little mandibles. And if you just, like, we have, I won't draw hideous spider people. We'll just draw basic features. We draw one of the advanced spider peoples, right? They got eyeballs, like you do, and they got mandibles, like you do. Look, it's a troll! Because when you look at the advanced version, like the advanced version of the Spoder people, also, like if you look at their feeties, so we have the normal, like, Spoder feet, right? And then the advanced Spoder feet, which was like, they actually get a forward-facing knee. They kind of like, are still like long and dangly. They also have toes. 3 toes specifically. 1 toe, 2 toe, and a little back hooky toe. That's the advanced Spoders. And then if we look at a troll leg, we have 2 toes and a little back hooky. I'm just saying that if this moved up here and this got a bit longer, we would have a troll foot. I'm just saying that trolls may be related to the spider people, which would explain their tenacity, their relation to the Black Empire, and the fact that they rebelled against the Black Empire. Because if Azeroth is behind the changes, because we know that the change from troll to elf was related to Azeroth's blood and the Well of Eternity, if the changes from you know, one critter to the next critter to the next critter, we start off with spoders that turn into spoder people that are like, aha, I'm a spoder and I'm a people. And then we have the tall spoder people that are all like hot and stuff with the, you know, long ass leggies of doom. And then they turn into, I don't know, some sort of like guy with long spindly limbs and tusks and like, I don't know, hair for some reason. And they have flat feet because that's better for walking on. And then we take that guy and then we throw him in the Well of Eternity and we end up with like exposure to something, and then we end up with the Haranir that are like, I'm an elf but also still kind of mostly a troll, so they still got the little, but they got like 4 toes, and then they also got like 4 fingers instead of just 2. Oh yeah, the other thing is that these spoders, like if you look at their fingies, they got 2 fingies and a thumb. Like trolls got 2 fingies and a thumb. And then they end up with 4 fingies, and then they got turned into goddamn actual elves that are all fucking stuck up and shit. And they definitely have 4 fingies and 5 toes now. 5. Ooh, yes, hot elf. Elf with extra fingies. So many fingies and stuff. It's almost like somebody's adding them on to make them like more delicate and shit. And then, you know, and then they get a little bit corrupt and a little bit shorter, a little bit pissed off, and then their ears stick up a little bit straighter, and then, you know, they eat fell energy or something, and it makes them go a little bit nuts. Oh, we have blood elves. I'm just saying, it makes sense, man. It makes sense. Trolls evolved. And they all have itty bitty tests here. But the reason why I was thinking that was the fact that the Harnier seem to also have these little quills sticking out. And I was thinking how the quills kind of look like the guard hairs on like a tarantula. I learned muchly about tarantulas vaguely against my will because my other roommate was into collecting spouters, and I was like, if I need to know about spouters if I'm gonna have spouters in the house that I'm in, even if I'm 2 floors away from them at most times. I just need to know how to deal with them, just in case one decides to come and like get me. Which is silly, and also the spouters do not exist in the house anymore. He ended up selling them all. He was like trying to get into like breeding and stuff, but then he realized it was a lot of work, and he was just sort of like, you know, it just didn't strike him well. And then one of his spouters died, and then he wasn't really into the rest of it because he was like, it was his favorite one and stuff. So that was a sad day. Anyways, spouter people. There's a regular spouter, and then we had the Nerubian, and then we have the advanced Nerubian, and then we have a troll, and then we have the Harnier, and then we have the bitch ass Nelf. And then we have a bitch-ass Belf. And if we look at how Xalatath looks, I'm just saying the Xalatath, she isn't any other race. She could be a different race if she wanted to. Like, if you look at, like, if she's actually an old god, if we pretend that she's an old god and definitely not Azeroth or an avatar of Azeroth or an old god working for Azeroth or. If we actually look at Xalatath's design, beyond the colors that are definitely just blue and gold with a void effect on top of them, she could have been any race, because if we look at like how Yogg Saron showed up, like Yoggy-Poo showed up as a fucking Valkyr. When we first saw Yoggy-Poo, he was floating above the goop as Sarah. It'll be like, oh no, I've been chained here, definitely fucking help me. Pick the Titan creation to try and fool us. But not Xalatath. Not Xalatath. Xalatath isn't sitting there trying to be like, oh yeah, no, I'm definitely I'm the good guy, you guys. Definitely not creepy or strange at all. Like, he picked a Titan creation to try and interface with Titan creations. Is why he picked Sarah's form specifically. But Xalatath has like no fucking qualms about being an elf, even though elves are traditionally pretty immune to the wiles of the old gods. Like, it takes an incredible amount of distress for an elf to get voided in the fucking first place, and they're so void resistant they can actually interface with Void and not be corrupted by it forever and ever. So if Xal'atath is sitting there being like, I'm picking a form that Azeroth made as my base, because if we want to argue that animal critters are not Void creation, they are Azeroth creation. They're the natural form of Azeroth. Very important. Why would she pick something that the old gods traditionally don't have control over? That the old gods didn't warp themselves, because after all, the old gods warped the Titans' creations, gave them the curse of flesh. They never had power over the elves, so why would someone pick an elf? Now, admittedly, technically, you could make the argument that Xal'atath picked an elf because Xal'atath was given the body of an elf. Literally, you kind of, when you do the side quest with her, you actually, kill an elf, which she then possesses the body of. But, I mean, she did change the way that elf looks. She stopped being a high elf, which are warped by the energies of light, and fell, and went back to being a night elf, which is the last form the elves took before they became, you know... Before, like, the last time they were changed by Azeroth herself and not by some other external force, like, they were night elves. That was the last time she went out of her way to change them, was with the night elves. So, she changed her format from blood elf to night elf. She reversed the evolution. I'm just saying. If this is all Azeroth, it may be that her plot to change the Nerubians and activate them and get them to become a giant army was largely because she needed to get to Beledar, and the only way she was going to get to Beledar versus, you know, a whole bunch of guys who'd already been corrupted by something, specifically the light. Anyways, I'm just saying, it's sussy baka shit, and I think the whole plan was entirely to get a new version of elves going by accelerating the process from Spoder to elf, instead of going through, you know, the other forms of evolution that kind of took place as Azeroth slept and changed people. I'm just saying. There's something sussy going on. And I feel like... Oh, that's not the right one. I feel like there might be, you know, some merit to investigating why the fuck they kinda have some trollish aspects to them. They totally fucking do. Walls in the darkness, blindness. Let's see if the sirens out. There's blood on my hands. Somebody save me from myself. This Hi, Iliatan. The air in here is so dry today. I'm so itchy. You know clickbait titles when you're like, you see an article and you're like, okay, I should probably read this. This was the article in question. The title was Steam is abandoning support for huge portion of its player base. The huge portion of the player base is people who are working on a Macintosh OS system that is well over 10 years old. There are newer OS systems that they can upgrade to for free if they want to. Yep. They're stopping support for a very old Mac OS. That's it. Does that sound like a huge portion of their player base, considering that Mac players are underrepresented, fair, but also just one of the smallest portions of the gaming community? It would be like getting mad that they no longer support Windows, well, they're probably not Windows 2000, but like, Windows XP, which they don't. And was certainly probably a much bigger portion of the player base on Steam than an obscure Mac OS that they're no longer supporting. Yeah, no, like nearly 4 or 5 people. Holy shit, you guys. When they stop supporting, Windows 10, there's gonna be a fucking uproar. And I mean, that shit's on its way, because Microsoft is already killing support for Windows 10. Just dumb, because I mean, I only upgraded it to like, what, a year ago? Because I was forced to, because Windows 7 was no longer supported by like even people who like mod for older OSs. You don't understand why you could be like that. What do you mean incompatible with HDMI? Yeah, I understand Windows 3.1 support is limited too. Holy shit. I mean, it really isn't, because you aren't actually accessing a real command prompt anymore when you use command prompts. There's so many people who are unaware of that. It's a front. It's not actually command prompt. It'll let you do a lot of things. Especially if you run it as administrator, it'll let you do a lot of things that a real command prompt would. But it isn't actually command prompt. Not the original one. You don't get to access that unless you know something more about computers than I fucking do. But I do know that because I know somebody who, like, I was just like, you can access command prompt still. And they're like, no, it's actually different. And because they are a giant flaming nerd, I will trust them on that. Like, what's really funny is, like, I remember, like, people losing their shit entirely about, you know, why do we need Windows 98? Windows 95 is just fine, sort of thing. And I'm just like, okay, here's the thing that Windows 98, because I had found this out, because we had actually upgraded fairly quickly at my place. Here's the thing that Windows 98 can do that Windows 95 cannot. Have two programs open at the same time. It's a miracle! It's almost like you can have two programs open at the same time without crashing your computer. Which may have been a fault of my computer, fair enough. Because I'm just like, I don't think you should have been able to have more than one open. But I remember every time I tried to do that, the fucking thing would crash. You know, I really like, I like the, you know, I should put those on my throne. Coffee packs. Like instant like, okay, so my cousin got these instant coffee packs that you, like, put one into a cup, you add water, and it turns into coffee with cream and sugar, right? So upon expressing that I really liked them, the next time was acquired a just instant coffee, which is chaos in a can. It's impossible to tell how much water you need versus how many crystals you need. It isn't a one and done sort of deal. And every time I make it, it's either really, really strong or really, really weak or really, really gross in every conceivable way, and I still drink it because, well, you know, caffeine. But I should put coffee packs on this. I should, because I'm thinking about it. Amazon.ca. Holy shit. If anybody's on a computer that can go onto Amazon, you will be assaulted by bright colors. It is usually not like this. What the fuck was I gonna do? Oh yeah, instant. Came around, you saw me calling, light in the darkness. The only thing I needed, till we got older, but we stayed the same. Something never lies the flame. No sound, I feel echo in my head. Oh, no sound, like a symphony of a memory. Whoa, the eye, do you ever simple way? Oh no, song, the eye, like a symphony of a memory. Whoa. Oh no, those are K-cup pods. Feel me calling, light in the darkness. We're the only thing I needed.
You know I don't play right. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like. You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like. Don't give me this. You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like. You know I don't play right. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right.
Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
You know I don't play right. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like. You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like. Don't give me this. You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like. You know I don't play right. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
thank you for the lurk waffles. Person. Yeah, it's so true, but also just the added chaos of I don't remember how much you did last time, or whether it was too much or too little. Let's stir and find out. Yes, coffee does sometimes put me to sleep, so I have to be careful with it. And sometimes it makes my heart beat really fast, which is uncomfortable. But I'm sure it's fine. Plus, I consider that a form of exercise. Where the fuck did I put my stylus? Jesus Christ. No, that's a marker. Nope, that's a straw. Where's my... Where? How? How do you disappear? Hello? Oh, there you are. In some ways I'm truly different. In some ways I get my soul. That's better. That's better. Looking back, I'm all clear. When you love me, I'll be fine. When I see you dancing, I know you're there.
It's some kind of magic. We both know it right away. I came here to party, don't want it to end. Getting real ecstatic. We both know it right away. When I see you dancing, I know you're a damn. It's some kind of magic. We both know it right away. I came here to party, don't want it to end. Getting real ecstatic. I feel this vibe goes from my heart right to my fingertips.
Why so woozy, huh? Why so woozy? Rain be like, nah, woos. You're woozing right now. Get woozed, woozer. Grab you and you. Better.
I'll be there when the lights don't shine. I'll be there in the sleepless nights. I'll be there, make you feel alright. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there when the lights don't shine. I'll be there when the sleepless nights. I'll be there, make you feel alright.
Most days I can barely leave my bed, 'cause someone lives rent free inside my head. I say I'm not okay, I'm terrified when I go to sleep, when I close my eyes. What the hell am I supposed to do? Oh my God, I can't breathe, and I don't know why.
Angels come and stay with.
To the midnight sky, you only know how much you meant. You only know the time we spent. Take the pain from my heart and make it whole again. Please, God, can you give me some relief? I've been out here hiding like a thief. I'll pull the windows down when I feel low. Keep my demons close so nobody knows the side that lives inside of me. Oh my God, I can't breathe, and I don't know why. Angels come and they leave to the midnight sky. You only know how much you meant. You only know the time we spent. Take the pain from my heart and make it whole again. Skeletons, nightmares, I don't think they fight fair. Why am I so sad all the time? I don't wanna take my drugs, I just wanna be okay. Will I ever feel again? Skeletons, nightmares, I don't think they fight fair. Why am I so sad all the time? I don't wanna take my drugs, I just wanna be okay. Will I ever feel again?
Oh my God, I can't breathe. Angels come and stay with. You only know how much you meant. You only know the time we spent. The plane from my heart, make it whole again. round and round we go. Round and round, yeah, round and round we go.
Came in and you're looking like a sign of grace. I know, but I can never match your name or face. My fault, I didn't notice it was out of place. You painted fairy tales on the wall, calling to the better of the halves of me. Please show me just a little bit of honesty. I hope I got a heart that I can salvage, but it's getting harder now to recall.
I know it's all. Could have anything you wanted, and you wanted it all for you. Who's holding? I know well, right, left, and half blind.
Could get anything you wanted, yeah, I would've handed it all over, falling for
Oh no. Ah, I drew this in the wrong fucking size. No. What's the actual size supposed to be?
Came in and you're looking like a sign of grace. I know, but I can never match your name to face.
112, so it was supposed to be drawn at 220.
You left a fingerprint on my soul.
light up. They believe we are blissfully unaware. But this activity by
I want a shirt that has a built-in boob holder so I don't need a bra. That sounds convenient and sensible. Why would we do that? I mean, next you'll be asking for pockets. Actually, I used to have a... It was like a camisole, but like it was for swimming. But it was like loose on the top instead of like all tight. But underneath it had the support inside of it, which was really nice. Mm-hmm.
Move your body, feel the flow, do the moves, let it show, feel the rhythm, take control, grow the beat,
Move your body.
Move your body, feel the flow, do the moves.
Move your body.
Alright, alright, alright. Do a hard refresh so it actually loads the new emotes into the goddamn thing. Where are you? There you are. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I was working at a grocery store one time. This little Asian lady comes in and she's buying like lots of canned food. So scanning all her stuff, and I ask her if she wants a bag. She's just like, oh no, I'll put it in my pockets. I'm just like, that's like $50 worth of fucking cans. Like, dude, 50 cans. I'm just like, okay, so she's joking and she's obviously got a bag somewhere. I like smile at her, and then she starts putting the cans into her pockets. She was wearing an overcoat of sorts, which I guess she adjusted to have infinite pocket size. She filled her pockets with those cans. It was like 50 fucking cans. And it didn't even look like she had anything in her pockets. It was amazing. I'm sorry, I keep looking at the chat with a little. That lady had cans, let me tell you. Since the weather is weathering outside. Oh, it's even weathering more. Much snow. I'm not gonna do any more arts because I don't want to lose any. I don't want to lose anything or have a fucking corrupt file happen because power goes out. And you're like, what? It's snowing. The power shouldn't. I live in a community that, like, is old. So, you know. Power goes out here all the random fucking time. We get brownouts from time to time too. Quite often, in fact. Like, from time to time, I'm like, ooh, that was the lights. glad the power source prioritizes my computer vaguely over the lights in here. I can't see the clock tower, so it's raining. Yeah, trench coat with tin can body armor. Only it was like a really nice wool, like. There's no way she didn't adjust it herself, because like it was definitely a woman's coat, like blue wool, light blue wool, and the reason why I remember was I was just like, how? And she just kept on like smiling and like giggling under her breath, and I'm just like, bitch, you did this on purpose to like just blow my mind today. That's what's happened.